I got it.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Yeah.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
Yeah.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Yeah.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Almost. What led this is what this need to be clear. Been more learn about the non-stop debates. I almost said diabetes. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start multiple truth bullets near, so that weak spot, only one of those bullets can be a statement. No doubt, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right points in the statement. Renovation, you'll take damage and you'll have to gauge. Just hit the cylinder. You press the key to rotate the cylinder, you can choose a bullet to put. So, by the way, the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets are reloaded into the cylinder. The logic is set to mean. Make your argument.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
Is that right? I think that's right.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched.
Yep.
See? There's a gash in it. Like
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
The sword's just self-defense, man.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
if the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
Oh
If
shit.
they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Yep.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Yep.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Sayaka.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere, then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too.
Doesn't make any sense.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Word.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Well.
I got it!
Her palms are
Talking
sweaty.
about her palms, right?
Knees weak, arms spaghetti. Spaghetti on her spaghetti already. Mom's spaghetti.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Word.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Word.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle.
Word.
It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
Double word.
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Yes.
No, that's not it at all.
Oh, that's... Oh. You're trapped. There's no way Saga watched the gold off because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens in bathrooms at nighttime. Well, I remember this,
According
but
to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
what the fuck?
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Get wrecked, nerd.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Both.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword.
Yes, that is
But
true.
Hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
B.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Yep.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Oh shit! Can I get through your fucking thick skull?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Word.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Oh shit. What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Yep.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Yep.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms
So it
was
was.
so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Oh snap.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Yep.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder
Look
there
at his face.
instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret.
Oh yes.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Word.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
A little bit.
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Oh shit. She didn't fucking like you at all, nerd.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
She's a dumb little cunt.
But in the end, her plan backfired.
And she got fucking murdered, dude.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
That's so rough.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
It is.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
Oh shit.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Little bit.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Yep.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really over? Obviously, I'm committed to find out who the killer is, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Or is there? Wait. Died message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Straight. This is the right one. I hope so. I don't know.
there still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I got it!
I got it.
Her left index finger had blood on it.
100% wrote it.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Yep.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Man, Mondo's 10 out of 10.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Get wrecked.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Yep.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Ah, get wrecked, nerd.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
I don't know. This guy's the fucking nerd.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
It's upside down and backwards.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Oh shit.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Select someone. Dun, dun, dun.
Here's my answer.
Fucking Leon.
The
Which is unfortunate, I really
solving
liked him
this
a lot.
mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Really sucks.
If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
Yep.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What?
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Oh, you're fucking caught, bud.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
Nope.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Yeah.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yeah. Right near the bottom, right? This thing right here.
I got it!
I got it.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I think so.
Man, this is fucking... Red button-up shirt, which killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something but we need to pay to in order to figure out responsible.